See your fucking hands at the concert. I'ma need to see your fucking hands at the concert. Profit, nigga, I got it. Everybody know I'm a motherfucking monster. I'ma need to see your fucking hands at the concert. I'ma need to see your fucking hands.
Pull up in a monster automobile gangster with a bad bitch that came from Sri Lanka. Yeah, I'm in a tanka, color a Willy Wonka. You could be the king, but watch the queen conquer. Okay, first things first, I'll eat your brains. Then I'ma start rocking gold teeth and fangs. Cause that's what a motherfucking monster do. Hairdresser from Milan, that's the monster do. Monster Giuseppe Hill, that's the monster show. Young Money is the roster and a monster crow. And I'm all up in the bank with the funny face. And if I'm fake, I ain't know this cause my money ain't. So let me get this straight. Wait, I'm the rookie, but my features and my shows 10 times your pay. 50K for a verse, no album out. Yeah, my money's so tall that my Barbie's gotta climb it. Hotter than the Middle East and climb it. Find it, 20 my Tyron, dirty wine it. Nicki on them titties when I sign it. How these niggas sell one track minded. But really, I don't give a F-U-C-K. Forget Barbie, fuck Nicki, she's fake. She on a diet, but her pockets eating cheesecake. And I'll say, boy, the Chucky is child's play. Just killed another career, it's a mild day. Besides, yay, they can't stand besides me. I think me, you, and Am should Minaj Friday. Pink wig, thick ass, give them whiplash. I think big, get cash, make them blink fast. Now look at what you just saw. This is what you live for. I'm a motherfucking monster.
So, most people would say that that was Nicki Minaj's best verse ever, and probably the best, one of the best verses on Kanye's album, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Um, but so Nicki took a while to respond to Remy Ma. She took some time. She kind of surveyed what was going on, and so Remy Ma put out a sheether, I guess, and then she put out a second disc. I think it was called Back to Back or something like that. And so by that time, I think a lot of people were just kind of like, okay, you kind of overdid it. You ruined the moment. And at that point, Nicki Minaj still hadn't responded. So I think even if Nicki didn't respond to this whole thing at all, that would have been a win for her because she just made Remy Ma look dumb and made her look like just somebody waiting outside, taunting you while you're sitting on the castle. So I mean, even if she didn't respond, I would have been fine with that. I wouldn't care. I would think that would be a win for Nicki. But she finally did respond, and she, I mean, she did her thing. She did her thing. A lot of people are saying her verse was trash, or they're rooting against Nicki, and I think that has a lot to do with kind of Safari, kind of with Meek's fan base, if he still even has one. And just people rooting for the underdog. They want to see Nicki fall. They want to see her knock down a peg or two because she's been at the top for a while now, and there's no one challenging her. And I think a lot of people just don't like Nicki Minaj being on top. And in my opinion, this was Nicki's best verse since Monster. I mean, that verse was, I mean, she demolished Remy Ma on that verse. She killed it. That verse was crazy. I mean, that was probably one of the best verses of the year, honestly. And so let's kind of look at the lyrics and see what Nicki's talking about. So, she says, Ayo, throw your wrists up, all my bitches up. These niggas pussier than what? All them dicks is up. My real niggas down the ride, throw your GSXRs up. I ain't in I ain't in the projects, but all my bricks is up. You can't be Pablo if your work ain't selling. What the fuck is this bitch yelling? I would have helped you out that pit you fell in. I'm the generous queen, just ask Miss Helen. Tried to drop another one, you was itching to scrap. You exposed your ghost rider, now you wish it was scrapped. Heard your pussy on you. Yuck, I guess you needed a pap. Ooh. Ooh. Honestly, I think that line went over a lot of people's heads, especially these fucking Meek fans. IQ's probably 80 and shit. And just, even Remy Ma fans. But this line by Nicki was fucking hard. She said, "Heard your pussy in New York. I guess you needed a pap." A lot of people. I mean, it's a double entendre. She's talking about papoose, but also um, she related pussy to pap. Obviously, a pap smear related to a screening for cervical cancer. So I mean that line was just hard. I think it went over a lot of heads. What type of bum bitch shoot a friend over a rack with a mother leave her son over a stack? Little boogie down basic bitch thinking she back to back. What do you mean back to whack, back to back? Me and Grizzly laughed at that. Oh, bars. They say numbers don't matter, but when they're discussing the Kings, they turn around and say LeBron ain't got 6 rings. I never signed a 360, but you wild done. That's why Jane clears verse for your album. Sinead, you a fraud committed perjury. Oh, she called her Sinead. When I heard her call her Sinead, I was like, oh man, she just killed her. It's over. It's over. I mean, she just murdered her with that. Honestly, that was it. Um, you know, I got before and after pictures of your surgery. Raw took you to her doctor, but you still don't look like Raw. Left the operating table still looking like nah. I mean, anybody who says Nicki didn't kill this is just lying to themselves. They just hating on Nicki. This was probably one of the best verses of the year. Uh, I was kind of saying like, what the hell's because for a while after that monster verse is what 2010, and I mean I don't listen. I'm not a huge Nicki Minaj fan, but I listen to her stuff here and there. But I haven't heard a verse this hard since that monster verse. I heard her on, uh, some other stuff. She had some other songs out. She had a lot of pop songs, but she had some features. I never heard a verse this hard from her since Monster. So, this verse was hard. She killed it. Um, you know, now I want to see. Now I want to hear the album that she's about to bring out. I think this was good publicity for her. And Nicki Minaj, honestly, she's pretty inspiring because she knows how to play the game. She's her timing is always right. She knows how to gauge. She knows what she's doing. She knows how to play the game, and she kind of plays it like a dude in a good way. She knows what she's doing, and she's very well calculated on her moves. So I commend her for that, and I think she's just a lot smarter than a lot of other women in the game, and just a lot of people in the game in general. So thumbs up for Nicki. This was fire. She killed it. I'm waiting for that album now.